Life at different stages offers changing priorities, relationships, and knowledge of what constitutes joy and fulfillment. At 70, I finally learned that peace is not in constant socializing but self-seclusion, which brings self-actualization and inner harmony. This piece explores how aging can be transformative, how solitude can empower you, and how simplifying life can be so beautiful. We naturally change our priorities as we age. The desire for constant interaction disappears, replaced by the need to feel fulfilled in quiet, contemplative moments. This isn't a shift toward turning up our noses at others. We know loneliness was mistaken for solitude, now revealed as a sacred space to recharge, reflect, and nurture inner peace. Life teaches us that not all relationships are worth saving. When I was younger, I thought every relationship could flourish with goodwill and effort. But as time passed, I learned that not everyone was out for the same thing or operated with the same intent. Learning hard is sometimes better than parting ways with people who drain your spirit. Some are there to teach us, holding on will only bring more pain. Moving on, like closing a chapter in a book, brings clarity and release. Another lesson aging teaches us is that self-care isn't selfish, it's essential. I spent years investing in other people, almost at the expense of my needs. I have since learned that you cannot pour from an empty cup. Real connections are two-way streets fueled by mutual respect and joint labor. Giving up your peace for others isn't heroic, it is tiring. Taking care of your energy helps you support others without losing yourself. The beauty of simplicity is revealed through aging. Happiness is not a result of big successes or a busy calendar, but instead of the small moments we often take for granted. It's the love of sunshine, a favorite chair, or the laughter of a loved one. These feed the soul, teaching us not to waste time on quantity instead of quality in people and events. In my 20s, happiness meant noise, busy social events, the thrill of accomplishments, and the hustle of busy days. Now at about 70, happiness is found in stillness, such as drinking tea and watching the sunset. Acknowledging this change helps us reclaim our time and create boundaries that support our well-being. Saying no isn't rejection, it's honoring your needs and making better, more meaningful relationships. Not every relationship is meant to last, and that's perfectly okay. As we age, we learn to surround ourselves with people who make us better, not take from us. And precious energy should not be wasted on people and things who don't give you joy or fulfillment. My younger self found being alone unbearable and often just as good as failing or worse, being lonely. Aging has redefined solitude as a boon, a time for self-discovery and clarity. When the world's noise recedes, it's just you and your thoughts, something unsettling and ultimately liberating. Solitude frees us from society's constraints and expectations and makes us feel comfortable in our own skin. Silent pleasures like birds singing and the feel of sunlight on your skin are deep beauties. Solitude is not killing relationships but reassessing them. They know depth and quality are more important than constant interaction, allowing space for peace and introspection. Socializing evolves with age. It's not that you don't like people, but it's knowing that all those roles do not play a part that's grander than the sum of its parts. In my early years, my days were filled with meetings, gatherings, and casual interactions. Now I appreciate fewer connections. Meaningful friendships trump evenings at crowded events. Releasing social obligations with no peace allows us to invest in what matters. Trust, so fragile yet so important, evolves with age. When we are young, we trust easily. As we get older, experiences teach us to be choosy. Those betrayals and disappointments may harden us at first, but they also refine our antennae for who the trustworthy are. Forming trust becomes intentional, and though you may trim your circle down, the quality of the people you connect with improves. Most of all, getting older reminds us to trust ourselves. The pandemic gave an unexpected gift: clarity. The stillness had to show how beautiful simple things are. Life slowed down, letting us pay attention to the small things, the way sunlight streams through a window or the notes of bird songs. Social distancing affected relationships, focusing even more on quality over quantity. Superficial interactions were replaced by handwritten letters, sincere phone calls, and silent prayers, creating deep bonds in surprising ways. This period also intensified my gratitude for solitude. Without most distractions, I found contentment in my own company, and discovered that fulfillment doesn't have to be found in constant forward action. The pandemic reminded us to be intentional with our time, focusing on what matters most. Aging gives you a different perspective on what matters. When we are young, we associate productivity and busyness with success. The richness of life comes now in simple moments, small things. A grandchild's hug, the sound of rain, a meal cooked with love. Detaching from toxic expectations and relationships is freeing, creating space for peace and fulfillment. Living authentically means letting go of the people pleaser. With a bit of time and effort, you can do it too. As we age, we get off the treadmill of societal assumptions and embrace our authentic selves. A guilt-free no flows more efficiently, as does the acceptance of imperfection. Wrinkles and gray hairs are not signs of decline, but signs of a well-lived life. This phase of life calls us to live courageously, allowing and highlighting what matters and giving joy and ease. Aging is a transformative journey, offering simplicity, solitude, and authenticity lessons. It teaches us to 1. Focus on meaningful relationships while letting go of what drains us. 2. Shift happiness from busy moments to quiet joys. 3. Embrace solitude as a space for clarity and peace. 4. Prioritize depth over quantity in social connections. 5. Cultivate trust deliberately and nurture self-reliance. 6. Appreciate stillness and reflection as gifts. 7. Rediscover what truly matters by letting go of distractions. 8. Live authentically, unapologetically embracing ourselves. Solitude isn't loneliness, it's freedom. It's an opportunity to recharge, reflect, and live on our terms. Aging, with its challenges and blessings, invites us to savor life's beauty and embrace every moment with peace and clarity.